Welcome to our multimedia poster on the future of libraries. I'm Carol Sabar from Carthage College, and this poster was created by Chris Grugel, Mary Ellen Gemignani, and myself. In contrast to the library of tomorrow, the library of yesterday was primarily a warehouse for books. It had a generic collection with low uniqueness and emphasized preserving the collection. Then, a bit later, libraries began to embrace their role as a learning place, which is not a bad concept. However, it emphasized that learning and research only happened in the library, and it led people to believe that they had to come to the library to find answers, and so they learned to rely on the library as a place. The two factors that we're going to look at to build our scenarios are first, uniqueness and fit of the resources and services. That is, do the resources and services that your library offers fit your community? Do they respond to the needs that your community has? Or are they essentially the same as every other library? As you move from the lower scale here to the upper scale, you'll notice that the items and the services become more and more unique and more in response to what it is that the community needs. If you wonder where you are on this continuum, you would ask yourself, does your library collection fit your community? Do your services and tools fit your community? Do you have resources that are unique to your institution? And do you provide what people need in the way that they want to find it? For example, if your patrons are essentially young, they may want to have texting and chat services available to them. The second factor is interaction with the community. A successful library is a highly interactive one, where the patrons are coming in to the library, but also using library resources outside of the library, and also the librarians are moving out into the community and not just stuck there in the library. If you want to see where you are on this continuum, you'll ask yourself, do people come in to our library? Do our librarians go out to meet the community where they are? In other words, let's say you're going to show somebody how to use resources for a class. Do you actually go to their classroom, or do you make the class come to the library? Are your resources accessible and used where and when people want them? Then do you really listen to your community's needs? When you get input from the community, do you use it to make changes? Putting these two factors together will help us build our scenarios. In the lower left-hand corner, we see Inferno. In this case, the library is a very classic library. It has a poor fit and very little interaction. People may not come into the library, and when they do, the collection that they find or the services that they find are pretty vanilla and pretty average. Utopia, on the other hand, has patrons and users who come into the library often. The library staff and the appropriate resources are readily available outside the library, and people are interacting all the time with the library. In the upper left-hand corner, you have a match where you've got very little interaction, but a high amount of uniqueness and fit. In that case, you've got undiscovered treasures. The resources and services fit the community, but there's very little interaction happening. On the lower right-hand corner, you've got a situation where you've got a lot of interaction, but the services and the collection possibly don't fit very well. So you've got a lost in translation type of situation. There's lots of interactions, but it may not be a fit for what people need. In this situation, you're probably not very far from sliding back into Inferno. The new library, compared to the old library, takes into account all four aspects of organizational technology. First one of those four is resources, and libraries do a great job of this. They generally worry a lot about the resources that they offer. They may also worry about the tools and the services that they offer and the ways that people can find the information that they need. But not as often do we necessarily think about the knowledge and the skills of the users and the patrons that we service and how we help them to develop those skills and that knowledge. And then the processes that are involved are ever important to provide the right skills and the right resources at the right time. So we make sure that the resources fit and we promote interaction. And that helps us to get towards utopia. We still consider the library as place, but it's not a warehouse for books. It's a place for people and their activities. We also see the library as concept, not just place. The services and resources go beyond the walls out into the community. and we meet the information and social needs of our community. Change, therefore, is the new constant. Change is going to happen. You can either fight it or tolerate it. You can try to keep up with it, or you can embrace it. The best option, of course, is to drive the change. If you're the ones that are making the change, then you don't have to try to keep up because you architect the change. Fit and interaction are the ways to get towards utopia. We at Carthage think that the fit and interaction are the key to preparing our library for the next generation. And it isn't just a destination, it's a process. We never fully get to the future, we're always on our way there. We seek to engage our own community and the broader community around the world in collaborative efforts. Part of that has been this virtual online courseference. We hope that you've enjoyed the courseference, and we hope that you've enjoyed our poster. Thank you very much.